And here we are at star letter CSEN number 2, which means welcome to the stream. North Academy versus HAVU it's going to be, which means Scandinavians are going to fight against each other throughout the entire way of that best of 1 series here on Mirage, which is going to be one of the maps where we're going to take a look out for both of the teams, because it gets very interesting very often. It gets very strict and harsh very often, and I personally feel that we might just see North Academy strike through, because they've barely showed a good performance yesterday on the one hand, but on the other hand, they're having a good possibility to just choke in the end. It might sound harsh, but yesterday, for example, they've played against AGO. They didn't perform at all. AGO is a really good team on the other hand, though. HAVU, first of all, they're not a full-time team. That is one of the issues we might have to count in, so they're not always dedicated to Counter-Strike. They have recently tried themselves with their newest edition, Uli. Uli is also not 100% in the team since Sergey has departed because he didn't want to play anymore for some reason. And in the end, that map yesterday being played by North Academy, it works fine for them stats-wise. And this is the thing we can take a look specifically at, is with Cash, which is actually Mirage, my brain sometimes, is that the new North Academy lineup is not so successful. HAVU in general is also not so successful on this map. After 11 times, they only won 6. So in the end, it comes down to just professional performance from both of the teams. And I personally, I'm just going to say it like that, I personally count in North Academy as the favorite. HAVU is a good team. HAVU has performed quite well at Assembly Winter, but I still don't have that big faith in my heart where I'd say that they're going to go through. I mean, they were first at their own land in their own country, right? That is a decent result. But I still feel that the competition with the team of North Academy is a little bit higher. Well, and with that being said, I'm going to guide you through. My name is Sesht, and we're going to watch the Danes versus the Finns. The stabbing begins as the Scandinavians are going to use their Viking genetics to use the sharp blades against each other. The stab might start. Otto, the rest are getting the first entries. ANG and Otto, yeah, they might just work it out. And well, both are just a right click away from dying, and North Academy are taking it. Start is favorable for the Danes. And we're going to start in a second. You should not worry. Not at all. You're not going to miss anything. I promise you. I promise you at that point in time, you're not going to miss anything. As everything is going according to plan, we're good to go. Counter-Strike Global Offensive on Mirage with HAVU versus North Academy, and actually odds-wise on bets, HAVU is a little bit in the favor. Surprising, you might say, but the Bets.net Challenger Series with the EU draft right here has the Finns in mind. If this is going to be the case, that could be doubted. We're seeing quickly changing IP and go to... Did not go to the HP are now here. Otto finding ANG though in the beginning. Kren. Borup, Acre on the pistols are so much on point. Cyclone in smoke hiding, hitting the first, making Otto just an easy target, casually taking him down. So now Xarty, Oli, and Alexi have to hold on their own. It might get tricky. Basso peeks out, has a little bit of information. There's one in the corner. Cyclone falls though, as Oli swings right, and that means Acre, with just the 8 points of health, is lost in that situation, as he is. HAVU gets the first full success. And as we know that HAVU is a quite decent team, their playstyle is sometimes, well, how do you want to say it? It's difficult to put it in words, but it really requires you to get used to it. It takes a little, you need to accept it, but in the end, the Finns are most of the time doing a really, really great job. So now that needs to first to be found. Basso needs to retreat. The Deagle not making it work yet. As the pistols in total should just try to take down 1 or 2 in entire round number 2. As it starts to get now a little tricky, Basso gets Xardi at least taken down by a headshot of Kren. Double already onto himself. The Finns are cleaning it off. No way Academy is getting into this. At least in this round. ANG tries. A few body shots here and there. Aker runs away. He still has the Zeus. And a man who leaves the Zeus unused is cursed by the Greek god himself. You don't buy a Zeus and don't use it. It's a bad one. Use it. Aker, you have to. There's no way around it. Go close to that wall. That's right. Otto is just a prank away. No, and there's Huli. Don't do it. No, you can't do it with the Zeus. Everyone probably asking. He's going for the body. Just keep going over the left. Now he runs for it. Come on. Someone come close, please. Someone push out of that one. And he runs in. He doesn't want to. Ikor, you're playing with my mind and with my nerves, and he whips it. No, this was the Zeus. This was not any gun. It was the Zeus. He was just giving away. And that whiff shot. Oh no. The Greek got himself blessed this tiny electricity weapon. And what does the Dane do it with it? He just throws it away. Yeah, Aker, I would also nod your head at that situation. But back to the business. North Academy down by 2 rounds already. That should be no problem for Alexi and Otto. UMPs in hand should go first due to the additional bunny bonus they're getting. There finds the first, Alexi. Yeah, they're getting them, but at least, well, there's one frag happening. They're making themselves complicated. As Otto finds Aker, Basso securing himself that tiny little gun, but in the end, nuh-uh. Not enough. Frio and HAVU now need to fight against a team that gotten themselves up to standards. The dollar bills are raining in. The arms dealer is happy. AWP onto Aker, the man who is going to be remembered as the one who whiffed the Zeus. But it's no big deal. Now he can show us what he can do. Goes in first, wants to take that mid control. The first one he's going to meet will be Alexi. And what kind of fast one was that? Aker with good movement. Secures himself on short, doesn't help him at the moment. As it might be Alexi B going into too aggressive. He needs to come down to Borb to now assist it perfectly. Flashbang comes. There only takes down ANG. First man down. Bomb is going to get planted in just a bit of a second. I'm sure Aker and Borb could boost each other. Oh no. And only has the right idea of it. Cyclone to the left, falling as well. Basso. He's not a dead man, but he's a lonely one. North Academy, well, the team itself, they had a few changes. So first of all, surviving is not a change. There he stays alive. And recently, Gade is on a loan to Optic Gaming. First of all, he has switched to the North American organizations. And then on the other side, Mertz if you didn't know, he went into the North main team. And this is one of the reasons why a few people always said Academy teams are nothing else than just worse teams with the same logo on. And in my opinion, Academy teams have so much potential to deliver really, really good talents. And we have seen it with North Academy, for example. In total, we have seen it also at Envious, because they got themselves the new guy, HAVU, who used to play a long time in the NBS Academy team. And you make your way up there. They're climbing and climbing and climbing the ladder. Doing it the right way. The 4-0 lead. Strong so far for the side of HAVU. Not much room for mistakes right now, and he's not interested as Xarty gets the one onto Cyclone, one on the top, peeking around. They're in Tetris, they're caught up to each other. But Basso falls in the end, Xarty on the double, not much more to do with it, as Aker's position is known. CT is probably aware of what's happening next. Borup goes around the corner. Then we have to disconnect the Cyclone, even worse. Means we're going in the break in a second, but first of all, the pistols try to do any impact. And that's what happens when you don't properly check a corner. There we go. 5-0, North Academy losing one player right now due to technical difficulties, and that will logically bring us to break. Cyclone is having some FPS problems. And since we're having this brand new nuke, which is very confusing to me. I mean, I made a tweet about it. You can watch it on Twitter. It's pretty much a meme, but it says the truth. In the end, the new nuke, I'm not happy with it. It really doesn't feel satisfying because it is something missing. It gave that opportunity terrorists had on the outside, for example, with the catwalk, that is now non-existent anymore. And I think that limits your movement so much that you're once more outside just on one level. And an AWP on outside, even with smokes in front of him, still has a lot of options. And that new version might be just more CT side than we had it. Not like CT side as it was in the beginning of Counter-Strike, but still not in a good fashion. It feels like a step backwards. We had Nuke quite balanced. It was not played competitively at all, but in the end, I don't feel like that is the real good change to it. We need to change though. It's North Academy. It's 5-0, HAVU's up with a wallet pretty much exploding at that point of time. As the money stacks are growing and growing, Alexia and the rest of the team, they seem to be on the right track to take down their opponent easily. As Mirage is a map they seem to control. They haven't played so well on it in total with their newest edition. And now it's only sticks to the control. Cyclone already did the mistake a few times. Push over apartments. Mid control, that's very interesting. We neither see HAVU nor North taking control of it. Otto finds ANG though. With the aggression towards B apartments, it's a rotation for Borup getting back onto the site to hold a deep line of defense while the players all sticking so patient. Quickly talking about his quick strat talk. The CTs are not interested in mid. The terrorists are not interested in mid. That leaves out a big opportunity for both sides to take control. CT side can, well, move up, try to do some kind of flanks, get maybe somewhere underpass to do a crossfire over connector. And logical, the pro teams know what they're doing most of the time, but it still feels like a missed opportunity. And Alexi, as he realized, North Academy is an aggressive team throughout most of the time, with talents who are playing aggressively. You are often not hitting the right shots. There comes the one onto Crendo, falling down. And as Borup, Basso, and Akor are the last three pillars of the site of North Academy, it might just fall short for HAVU. But a bit of the op has seen. Auto falls. Akor might just fall to first. Is there Basso also gets down Xarty, and so is Alexi B. Just on to free, gets that bomb. Tries to hit one, doesn't even make that possible. Espresso finds Alexi, and I have a theory, by the way. I want to share it with you. And we can watch it together, because I have the following theory, right? In my opinion, North Academy will have ANG, or ANJ, that's the right way, pushing often very aggressive. We've just headed towards apartments. We're around the 1 minute mark, or 1 minute mark. Pushing through very early, or more likely in the mid gate. And for some reason, he's getting punished for it. And he was an NA. He played for NRG Esports back in North America, back in the US. Now, Bassado, first of all, going for him, finding Krennic Sarti. From my point of view, because in an A you have way more opportunities to go aggressive because the players are not as good as in the European level. Sounds harsh, but that is the case. He can allow himself back in an A to take the aggressions towards many positions. And on the other hand, ANG as well as Acre, they're not used to that kind of playstyle. Alexi now getting Acre. Enough with the strat talk. It's 5-1. North Academy's round where they are about to get reset in the case they're losing this. They were up 5-3. Alexi with the right spray onto ANJ. And then falls in the end. But follow my theory. I say every time we're going to watch ANJ, either with guns... I'm going to draw an AK now. Hold on. Yeah, it's an M416 from PUBG. That's alright to you? It's... Oh god, this looks horrible. Forget about it. Whatever gun he has, ANJ will probably intend to play more aggressively towards any of the positions. Except one of the guys from North Academy will say, ANJ, it's time to stop with this. Please stay back on the sites. My theory could be horribly wrong. I'm a caster, not an analyst. That's the difference. But you know, the day, Xarti together with Oli, they're finding the frags as they're taking the control of it. Borup falling as well. Oli on the triple, not the quad. He's getting his Acre. Successful with 1 USPS kill. ANJ moving around. The only player there onto the B site now has to rotate over, trying his best. No Zeus in hand this time. As he holds himself towards the corner. On the bricks he stands. There we go. Lost somewhere in jungle. Lost to also Azizet. And 4 players from HAVU surviving, giving them the opportunity to build up a decent economy. While on the other side, North Academy... Yeah, it doesn't feel 100% satisfying what they have right now on board, especially as there's now the FAMAS from one of the players. Acre can buy armor, then he has 4,100. He could buy just body armor, then he's on 4,350, but Acre... Yeah, there he goes, just for the op. Glass cannon, doesn't matter. My theories are already down the drain, as he now has a dedicated op. He doesn't care if he has armor or not. Gotta hit the shots anyway. Underpass control coming in from Borup as well, from Cycron. As now Borup loses Kren. Sorry to with the right spray. Borup might be caught up in the rainstorm of bullets. Lexi on the other side finds Acre down to a 2 versus 2 because Otto tries to bail out a little. 20 points of health. The AWP from the Finn. He might have the opportunity to get with Bassett to retake this situation, though they're down in the choke points. They're not confident enough, and they're giving HAVU that number 8, which means that is the half already secured. The potential to go somewhere up onto double digits. From 8-1, technically speaking, just technically speaking, they could go up to 14-1. I can hardly imagine North Academy is not going to kick up some dust throughout the time. They should just not get disgruntled, and they shouldn't put their head in the noose. Getting taken down by Borb. Orb making it now work on the B site. So double off setup with Basso works. Borb on another with Otto. Alexi and Xardi. They're right now on hold, slamming those brakes. Xardi and Alexi. Seemingly just down the drain with the options. Are moving around though, focusing onto the A side right now. Destination seems to be set for the moment. Well, the Academy team of North is now starting their rotation with Cycron. Cycron off the position. Stays there back in CT. He's going to hear the peep of the bomb in a second. As Basso is able to hold it up. There the smoke falls. Xardi, he stays alive. Can move around. Gets a few shots there from the Deagle. Now only down to Alexi. He has to take down 5. He doesn't fall for the fake. Finds first. Finds the second onto Borup. He cleans up the mess as there's one coming from behind. Gets the one onto Basso and A&J. He cleans it up. North Academy strikes again.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
And so it's HAVU. Now, not really down the drain at all. They got a really good economy up and running. Alexi somewhere on 93. Especially 11 free frags. North Academy, if they're, well, except Acre and Basso, are losing this round, then it's pretty much getting problematic at that point in time. Only sticks to his usual position, back in the corner of the palace, where you might just meet Basso in a second. Motto's going to run in. This is now the possibility for Basso, but a little bit of his shoulder has been seen. So the entry has been made by the Finns. And now the flashbang. Number 2 doesn't really pop as intended. He's fully blind. Borb coming from middle. Doesn't see Otto yet. Now Xardi gets on the site. To his right on the stairs, there will be an Acre popping up in a few. Now gets no scope into Kren. This is a good start. Gets the second there working. Not the triple onto Alexi. But the ops are shutting down HAVU right now. And they're shutting them down heavily. It's Otto with the very important one to Borb. Could have brought it back in the man equalized situation. Cycron finds Alexi. He jumps in to right. Borb is... Oh, and he finds him casually, not even taking a point of damage. As on the left, Cyclone could be found. The question is how aware the Dane is. Otto has not much more time left. He has to grab that bomb. Goes for the plant, doesn't look in behind. Takes him down in the end. North Academy up to the third. HAVU once more coming in with the bye. That double up setup seems to make a little bit of a difference for the side of North Academy, as Aker as well as ANJ stick to it the entire time. They started up a few rounds ago and now got themselves real secure with it. Kren takes a lot of damage for that Molotov though, as the well-timed flames from North Academy are hitting him without expecting it. So it's going to be only hearing the steps from Besso. He now moves back onto the site. And only... He won't peek yet. He hopes that anyone of North Academy right run into his crosshair. We're having one guy on short, not seeing anything due to the smoke in front of his eyes. If HAVU takes the control right now, this certain round should be on the right track to go to double digits. When you take a look at it, North Academy, as mentioned, their economy hasn't built up properly yet, as they're continuously losing players every single time. So they come, the A side is the destination. Two players will expect them. That is Basu, who's taken out already. One is towards Ticket. That means Otto can come through, sees short, nothing there. All rotating over while it's Alexi already at the right position. Flamed out and not taken out. As he still stays in jungle, moves over towards short. He can't find anything yet, and Aker is so cautious about it because he's aware, doesn't find the flick. Alexi takes him down, 3 more are alive. ANJ, Cyclone, and Borup. The tendency is to rotate back, and this is exactly what they're going to do. Alexi has a Molotov to throw in. We could see the head of ANJ. There he throws. Does he deal any damage? Yep, he does. The elevating flames do actually damage, and now they try to hunt down the site of HAVU, as it would help them to get the economy up and running. And that shot disappeared in Nirvana, as it was just past the time, or maybe not the right wall bang. As there comes nothing else to North Academy, going on to the right track. With not winning that one, but still able to securing rounds bit by bit. As we've seen, the last two were theirs. Their economy is still okay. Now it's time to shut down HAVU again. And if they're good enough, and I have the opposite, really, the kind of thought and the kind of faith as well, that North Academy is actually able to go on to the 6 rounds. It's just about that one, because it would still avoid the double digits. Because there comes Cyclone, not hitting the one onto Oli, as he's down to 6 points of health. He's an easy target. Not good enough. Borup, though, getting now Oli as he jumps down. Man equalized situation, back secured. But Kren gets dangerously close. With the model, the offers are already being avoided. No control towards the window off kitchen. Alexi gets a lot of attention. Borup jumps down. Gets found by Alexi as well. Basso finally finds him as the MP9 strikes. The last 2 CTs are running away. The double digits are secured for HAVU, and they're pretty much looking brilliant during this half. A few mistakes here and there that got North Academy the 3 rounds, but in the end, the performance is strong. The performance is really, really good. And that makes them the best Finnish team so far, as it was a long time ago. Ents and iGame, all those names.
Terrorists win.
And now? Now the guy with the leaf took over, and in a talk with Lexi B, I think it was, HAVU is meaning something like leaf. It's a specific leaf. I don't know which one. I think it is maple. It's a maple leaf. I don't know. Something like that. The guy with the something like that maple leaf right now. Extremely strong. As they've lost their star player, Sergey. Little time back. They're still up for it. Alexi B. He gets down Cyclone while ANJ finds someone to Yuli. Rotates back. The A side is still the destination. The players are focused on it. Aker has a good angle as the M4 makes it possible. And I think they don't realize that there's a tiny gap. He still can't plant the bomb from behind. Welcome from the stairs. There's Kren coming. He's already saving it together with Alexi B. As the shots are being put on the right man. Orup as well as ANG need to do it. At least 2 proper rifles saved for the next one. And many people might be criticizing North Academy as they're thinking what kind of horrible team they might be, but it's not even true, because you have to see it in a different kind of manner. ANJ joined on the 2nd February as trial. Basso used to play for Reason, or is still playing for Reason officially at least. It's just a stand-in for Gate. This roster hasn't played too often together with each other. They might know each other from the Danish local scene, but in the end, there's a difference between Mertz as well as Gate playing there a long time. This roster was extremely promising and decent as the switches have been made with the new players joining different organizations. It still is not the same as it used to be. And that's what we're seeing right now. This is the reason why HAVU is up 11-3. Besides, logically, their own quite great skill, which they have shown at Assembly Winter 2018. Now Borup, trying to go aggressive, finds the first onto Alexi, down to 47 points of health, so he rotates back. North so far seems to go down quite badly in the first half. Either 11-4 or 12-3. It's going to be really tough to regain control when the sides are being switched, when HAVU are going back to CT. There they come. A side it's going to be, and there comes the aggression now, only on the rest of the team making their way around. And Otto finds Aker, though it seemed like he was fully flashed. He still makes it possible. That brings it down to Basso, finding 1, finding 2. No, actually not, but he's putting them in a really bad situation regarding their points of health. As now Kren has definitely heard that it needs to help the teammates. The bomb plant is not possible. They're not going to get this. North Academy win it. Round number 15 going in their favor. And the funny story, last time in round number 15 against AGO, North Academy actually got themselves 2 double team kills. North Academy ready for the next half. HAVU is the same. Site switch is going to be made just right now. As they're starting just with that, well, CT side, which could be called stronger. I'm not quite sure how to feel about it. And so it's going to be that CT site where utility is down onto Xardi. He does not take the classic smoke as well as kit style. Nope. Rather decides switch it over. Alexi now going for the first into Cycron as he jumps around. No chance to avoid the shots from that USPS. Refrag comes in from Borup. The mid control now taking. Xardi needs to rotate over, and that means Kren rather goes for that retake as he goes back into CT spawn. Wait for the teammates to rotate over. This is the point where it now gets difficult. A kid is there, means 5-second defuse is possible. As now Oli's position is known, and A&J got himself a lot of information that no one can flank around. They're coming from every side. Basso needs to be taken down. He is down to a 2 versus 4, and North Academy need to try to make this all possible. As the defuse is coming in, Xardi stays alive. 1 more second, he got it anyway. And Borbas, the last man standing, falls in the end, 12-4, and HAVU, they're taking off. The lead secured. Half number 1. Number 2, of course, already. Economic advantage should make it possible for them to now just run away with this. As it comes, Borp gets first into Alexi, Kren. And Cycron there as well. The bomb is being planted. Kren not 100% aware if you heard that. There gets a first. Auto finding Acre, and the economic advantage will be so big for North Academy in the upcoming round. So they got the bomb now down twice. A&J, the last man to be alive, stands in the smoke, gets taken down and executed by Auto. The fuse is coming in. You need to take a look at the wallet right now. As the 13-4 looks good on the paper, it really does. It now needs to come down to North Academy and their aggression. Their money is looking good enough to get AK's full armor and decent utility on board. AK could easily afford himself body armor and that AWP. He does so. There it comes. His flashbang is also there. He directly jumps through Palace. Might just want to find if anyone of HAVU is interested in overly aggressive plays. It seems like Xarti as well as Alexi B rather take that more to the B site. As they're leaning over, hoping to find anyone coming maybe down the stairs or going together. Coordinating it, but it's going to be Alex rotating over. Might just find a few players moving around. He hears the shots, and now that could be the perfect time to now say, okay, Xarti, I would maybe need your help here because they're coming here through connector. There's the first one to be seen. Oh, and Lexi's patience. He finds A&J. Now Borup is a little bit cautious about it. Well, Otto has a good angle on it. He knows where the op is. Needs to do his 5-7 work. Does that perfectly. Alexi falling behind. Xarti also comes in from behind. And there are no resources right now for North Academy to take a look if someone is coming T-spawn. As Xarti is patient and aware. Needs to find one. Bomb planting Knight. Position given away. That's the perfect trade for it though. As HAVU is trying to sandwich North Academy, which so far has been successful. It comes down to the Danes. What? Basso is continuously spraying down Acre. He has a minimap. He should know where his teammate is now. It comes down to this clutch to make it all just go right. But what was that from Basso? It was not like an accidental one-tap. How ironic. Xarti throws the decoy at the corpse of the man who got team killed. Oh god. What was this? Basso, top 10 anime betrayals, introduced by the Dane himself. And you just gotta not really like to see it, because that was a good opportunity we're having. On the right track to find the players, but in the end, a team kill and the denial of the plant, the first stage at least, all made it so hard. As the economy from North Academy is not really looking good, as they forced through in the end as well. Next round might be tougher, only finding Borup, not fully flashed he is. Alexi with a smart move, going now up the ladder, hoping to assist there through middle. Aker at least finds one. There in the vents, Alexi stands. A and J, the last one to be alive. Consistent and well-performing HAVU. Brings down the 15th North Academy with an economy that doesn't really speak to them. 3.1, 2.3, 3.85. Yeah, they're getting the AK secured. Basso the only one with the utility, so they gotta just rely on pure power. Power so far has been just shown by the Finns, up 15-4. There's not much more to give away. Alexi already doing the right job here towards middle as he finds Cyclone down to 67. Now the Molo pops in there onto Palace. He needs to find exactly what he's looking for. There comes a flash. Alexi not blind though. A side is going to be the destination as the bomb together with Aker moves or finds him. Otto Basso on the other side of the map, and now North Academy only down to 3, maybe down to 2 in a second, but Aker finds a close range body shot. Aker with another into Kren. And it could be just the M4 now, ruling this out. North Academy need to prevail with what they have on the board. There's the whiff that should have never happened. Then Polly shows himself, sneaky as he is, finds a double. A&G was actually A&J falling in the end. And so we go out of this game. Mirage it was already, it worked out extremely fine for the side of HAVU. Great performance from Alexi and the guys. North Academy not playing together so long yet. So that is one of the reasons why you might see themselves not performing so well. That is one of the reasons. You can't just blame them and say, worst team in the world, how are they still existing? How are they still working? That's not really fair. It's not really fair, because you have to see it like this. That roster doesn't exist for too long in that kind of fashion, so it works. I mean, it still is okay to lose against HAVU that way. It's fine. And in the end, that is going to be our match number 2. Match number 3 coming up next, as EPG is what we're going to see fighting there at the CIS draft. My name is Sesht. Feel free to check out the social media, and otherwise we'll just go on a little break for our next game coming up.